Alright, 7.2, Law of Cosines. So there are going to be two different scenarios we're going to be using Law of Cosines for. I'm going to draw my triangle. A, B, C, lowercase b, lowercase c, lowercase a. Now, one of those is going to be side angle side. Okay? So I'm giving you, let's say, for example, lowercase c and lowercase b and angle A. Then you would use law of cosines. Okay? And then the other scenario is SSS. All three sides. If I'm giving you all three sides, none of the angles, then you will also use law of cosines. Now, whenever you're doing, figuring out which formula to use, really, they're all close to the same, but just use different letters. I'm going to show you what I mean here when I write these down. Now, this all depends on what you're given. The key thing here with the formulas is that what the whole equation is equal to corresponds with the angle. Okay? So lowercase a corresponds to capital A, lowercase b, capital B, lowercase c, capital C. That's one way to help you remember which format you're going to use for law of cosines. Also, the two sides that are not opposite of the side you're looking for, or the angle you're looking for, or the side opposite of the angle you're looking for, they go right here. Okay, every time. So the other two leftovers from that's not this side go right here, and right here as well. All right, let's solve the triangle with the given information. So we have, this is a SAS example because we have two sides, a side right here, and an angle right here. Okay, so clearly we need to solve for capital, or lowercase c rather, right? Lowercase c is the side we don't know. We do know those two sides, so that would be right here in the formula, and be 2 times 412 times 342 times cosine of 151.5. Now, one question you might ask is, does it matter what order these two go in? Absolutely not. Due to our order of operations, it really doesn't matter whether you're here or here. Okay? So let's do some simplifying. So this left side is going to be a really big number. It's going to be 286,708. Don't worry, that's not going to be anywhere near where the final answer is going to be. Minus a negative 247,657.69. Make sure that you're in degree mode in your calculator, or else you're going to have a bad time. Now time to add them up. When you add it up, you still get a big number. It's 534,365.69. And then we finally square root it. Keep in mind, you can't really have a negative side, so it won't be negative. It will only be positive when we square root it. And that answer would be approximately 231. Okay, 0.00 if you want to round two decimal places. Okay, I'll put them here just so you know that I did round, in fact. So that's your lowercase c. Now to find, we still need to find capital A and capital B, right? With capital A and capital B, go ahead and from here and use law of sines. That's okay. It's easier to use law of sines from here. So it'd be sine of 151.5 over 731. And then let's find capital B first. Capital B would be sine B over 342. Cross multiply 342 sine of 151.5 equals 731 sine B. Take care of that and we'll get, and then also divide by 731 and you'll get 0.223 approximately equals sine capital B. Inverse sine both sides, and you'll get B is equal to 12.90 degrees. Don't need to use law of sines or cosines to find the last angle, because you should know that the triangle has 180 degrees, right? So just do 180 minus 12.9 minus 1.51, excuse me, 151.5, yikes. And then that'll get you your last angle, which is angle capital A. Angle capital A will be 15.6. There you have it. Alright, this is the last example we're going to do together, but this will take a minute, okay? So we have three sides. This is our side example, okay? So you can pick whichever angle you want to find first. I'm going to find capital A just because it's right here. So if I'm trying to solve for capital A, that means lowercase a is going to go right there, and B and C would be what's inside here. You're not going to see a 13 in here, okay? 15 times cosine of capital A. I don't know cosine of capital A. Now, there's a few things you need to make sure you do as we solve this. This is the one that gets people in more trouble. Not because they don't know what they're doing, but they make algebraic mistakes that cost them, okay? So 13 squared is 169. 14 squared is 196. And 15 squared is 225. 2 times 14 times 15 is 420 cosine A. And now, here's where I want to make sure that we don't make mistakes. So if I add these two together, I get 421. Now, where is, call mistake. People want to add or subtract, depending on how these numbers come out. Add or subtract these numbers right now. Here. Do not do that. Okay? Please don't. Okay? No. Because negative 420 is multiplied by cosine A. 421 is not at all. It's by itself. Okay? So we have to subtract 421 to the other side. Okay? And that will get us negative 252 equals negative 420. And then we need to get cosine A by itself, so we divide by negative 420. You're not adding 420. Why? Because you're multiplying negative 420 times cosine A, so you can't do that. So then we divide both sides by negative 420, and you'll get 0.6. I'm going to move over here just so I have more space later on. 0.6 equals cosine A. Once again, to get capital A by itself, inverse cosine both sides. Okay, and when we inverse cosine, yes, we get 53.13 degrees as your capital A. Cool. Now we can use this information. You could do law of cosines again if you would so choose to find capital B and capital C. I prefer law of sines if I can. Okay, so let's do that. Let's use that 53.13 degrees and use law of sines. So there's that. Over 13. 14, I'm going to solve for capital B. Capital A we already found is 53.13 degrees. And then, I don't know, sine B. Cross multiply. And then 14 times sine 53.13 is approximately 11.20. Then divide by 13. And that'll be sine B is equal to approximately 0.86. Then inverse sine. And I'm going to get capital B is equal to 59.49. Now to find capital C, just take 180 and subtract the other two. And you will get 67.38. So there we go. We solved side example, and then previously we signed a side equals side example. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in class now. Bye bye.